go.
I want to start by saying first, thank you. Thank you so very much. It was clear to most people who were watching that, why even run? Why run? It's already been decided who's going to win. Why spend time going to people's doorsteps? Why spend time doing any of this stuff? Because it's already guaranteed.
I'm very proud of the organization.
But we kept plugging away. And so I am proud to have been a candidate that kind of casts a vision for the future.
We talked about accountability, making sure that City Hall works for everybody across this community, particularly those who have oftentimes been left behind.
Never forget, not only do we have the best campaign, not only do I believe that I'm the best candidate, but we collectively are trying to do something that has never been done before. And so I hope that you're as energized as I am. I hope that you're as proud as I am. What do we know about November? November is all about making history. Yeah, all right? Thank you so much.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the North Tulsa Pre-Election Rally for candidate Monroe Nichols. He is a friend to everyone. We are super excited that we are on the precipice of making history here in the city of Tulsa, having our first minority African American mayor. We are excited. We have hit the ground. There have been many doors that have been knocked on, many people who have worked very hard and diligently to see this dream come to fruition. We are here with one of the most consequential elections in the history of Tulsa and also in the history of our nation. But tonight, we just want to highlight a man who has been able to cross genres, cross genders, cross generations, cross cultures and nationalities, and touch the hearts and the imaginations of people all over the spectrum in the city of Tulsa. So we are super excited about the possibility of our next mayor. So we have put together a lineup of individuals here who will speak to and about this individual who we are supporting and propping up for this cause and for this season. And we're excited to hear from him ourselves tonight. So welcome all of you. Thank you so much for joining us. Because of the inclement weather, unfortunately, we were unable to join in person, but we are here just like we said we would to make sure that we walk our brother across the finish line so that we can realize the dreams that have been placed into motion for the city of Tulsa for many, many years. Not to hold you long, this is our occasion. We're going to move directly into hearing from a few of our very well-cultured, qualified individuals that are in their own right making great impacts in the city of Tulsa, and then culminating with words from our candidate who has us very excited. So please get excited with us. Get ready to get out and vote. Let your voice be heard. Make your mark in this election so that we can all celebrate together. We're going to start by allowing one great individual to come and speak for us right now on behalf of Monroe Nichols, and it is Representative-elect Ronald Stewart. We're so glad to have him now. We're going to turn the mic over to you, my dear brother. Go ahead and have your way.
All right. Well, thank you very much, man. I really can't say enough how much I appreciate you for that introduction. I just want to thank everyone that has tuned in tonight. Like, thank you for taking your time to visit with us and to just say, to use the words that Dr. Goss had said as far as excitement. That is an understatement. We are on the brink of something very special here. We are on the precipice of making history. And I, for one, am very excited about the what the implications of that is. We have an opportunity here not only to do something historic, but do something that Tulsa is primed and ready for. As an individual that has born and raised in this city, you know, and I've lived everywhere from deep north in the annex all the way to close to downtown, and I'm currently in the Greenwood district. One thing that I've heard for so many years over the decades is that how we're looking for someone that speaks for everyone, someone that's going to speak for the disenfranchised, someone that's going to actually stand up for those that are in the most need for the city of Tulsa. And you hear that question so often. When is that going to happen? When is that going to happen? When is someone going to be willing to step up? And we've had individuals that were willing to step up in the past. My hat goes off to Greg Robinson and the campaign that he ran just 4 years ago. But the difference between that campaign and this campaign is that we learned a lot from that previous campaign. And so now we're on the brink of having to put someone in office that we know not only said himself that he was going to talked about himself, the job that he was going to do for the city of Tulsa, but he stands on it. He stands on accountability. He has asked time and time again to hold him accountable, to keep him accountable for the things that he has promised to work towards for the city of Tulsa. And so here we are at a campaign, learning all of the things that we've learned over the years. Here we are. I know we've had some people that have voted early, but on Tuesday, will make the difference. So as your newly elected state representative-elect, for North Tulsa, House District 73, when I got ready to run for this position, Monroe is one of the guys that I actually had an opportunity to speak with. And, he kept it very honest with me and told me the kind of work that it would take. And he made it very clear early on in the relationship that the two of us built that this was a man of integrity, that this was a man that would stand behind his word, and that he would support those that need the support. And that if he's elected mayor, he's going to be everyone's mayor. He's not just, a special interest group. He didn't sell himself in order to get to the position that he's in now. And that is something that I can truly appreciate. So the one thing that I want to let everyone know that's listening tonight and listening in the future as we go into Tuesday is that, here's the opportunity to have someone to speak for all of us. This is the candidate that we're supporting. And the reason we're out on the doors and the reason we're having this conversation now and you're seeing us out in public is because we truly believe in this candidate and we stand behind him 100%. So my hat's off to you, Monroe, and I wish you the best. And we're looking forward to celebrating on Tuesday.
Wow. Thank you so much, Representative-elect. We are so excited about your position and the impact you're going to make in our state and our city. We really appreciate you so much and appreciate those words so much. Heartfelt and speaks to the very opinions of us all. Appreciate you so much. Next, beloved, we are so glad to have with us one of our greatest North Tulsa advocates, Sister Ebony Easley. She's no stranger to anyone. Come on, Ebony, have words and let us bring that energy that I know you have, because I know you are as excited as all of us. Go ahead and have the mic.
Thank you, Dr. Gauss. Yes, I am very excited. As he already said, my name is Ebony Easley. I was born and raised in North Tulsa, so this was very important for me to be able to contribute, and I'm honored to be able to contribute in this space at a time such as this. The great John Lewis once said that the vote is the most powerful nonviolent change agent we have in a democratic society. So this is a time that literally we need to be able to focus on what does it mean when we are going in and being intentional about our vote. And we have someone here representing our community, representing the city, that can bring that paradigm shift that we need to see to really get to the change that we need to experience. I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I want her to grow up in a city that is led by someone like Monroe Nichols. He has that care, he has the empathy, he has the foresight, he has strategy, and we need to see something different to get a different outcome. I know Rep. Stewart just said as well, we want to see something different. We have to make a different change. We have to have our mindset be different in order to have and experience what we need to as a community. I mean, in voting for me too in this election, and I hope for everyone else, is more than just going in and casting your ballot into the ballot box. It's about come into the vote with an intentional mindset. So how do we carry this same energy into our community meetings, into our boardrooms, into our classrooms, to ensure that we see the progression that we need to see and throughout our community. So I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity to speak. I want to charge everyone to get out on Tuesday. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your sisters, tell your brothers. We need everybody to be energized because our voice really does matter, and we need to display what our voice means when we show up at those polls and we show up in the spaces we need to in order to see that change. So thank you, and I look forward to voting on Tuesday.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister Ebony. We appreciate you. You're right. We have to become the change that we want to see. It starts and it ends with us. Like we say, don't complain, vote. We have to let our voices be heard. So thank you so much for being a part of that process, not just here, but you've been foots on the ground for a long time. So we thank you so much for your voice, and thank you for those encouraging words. We appreciate you so much. Amen. Next we have, beloved, someone who has dedicated her time and her life towards educating and bringing up new generations in ways that will benefit them. It is our beloved sister, Sister Sandra Maxwell. So glad to have you with us on this day. We're going to pray and believe, God, that you already added so much to the city of Tulsa. Come on and bring us some energy for our next mayor, Monroe Nichols.
Thank you so much. First of all, God's word tells us to study to show yourself approved. I, for myself, have met Monroe Nichols, and I know he is the man. He has a plan. We need to back him as we vote for him on Tuesday, November 5th. Monroe is very assertive. He's knowledgeable. He's well informed. He's outgoing. He's friendly. He's the person, when you see his name on that ballot, mark the ballot. Hold your head up high when you walk into your precinct to vote on Tuesday. Have your chest sticking out. Have a smile on your face and vote your conscience. And know you're voting for a person who cares for this entire city. He's not just for one part of the city. We all grow together. We learn together. We love together. And with Monroe Nichols at the head of the ship, we will move together, and Tulsa will be a different place, a better place. So please go and vote on Tuesday, November 5th. And like someone else just said, take a cargo with you. Pick up everybody you know. Encourage them to vote. And I always say, if you do not vote, do not complain. God bless you, Monroe. We're behind you 100%. And we have the victory, because the victory, Monroe Nichols, is yours. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Amen. Positive energy. We're believing God for great things. Thank you so much, Sister Sandra. So much.
You're welcome.
Your words. Now we want to hear from the individual who we are pushing and believing will be our next representative as the mayor of the city of Tulsa. I can't be more excited, and I can't express to you the gratitude for the candidate that has been chosen to represent us. It's my brother, my friend, my fellow Dallas Cowboy fan, although we're in mourning today. Come on, our next mayor, show your love, Brother Monroe Nichols. Come on, man, speak to us.
Thank you, Dr. Goss. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we are in a bit of mourning, but it's good that we got something to celebrate tonight. We putting that noon game behind us, so we moving forward now. Well, I just want to say thank you to you, Dr. Goss. Thank you, Ms. Maxwell. Thank you, Ebony. Thank you, Representative-elect Ronald Stewart. I really appreciate it. And I think it was so reflective of all those comments from folks who are community builders, folks whose shoulders this campaign actually sits on. These are living legacies of what it means to be community-centric and begin to build for the future. I'm just so excited. Look, I want to first say I'm sorry we couldn't all get together in person. But I know everybody heard them sirens last night. We want everybody to be safe. But I think that is a good kind of primer for what we're here to do. We know that it won't always be sunny skies. We know things won't always be easy, but we still gonna get the work done, however the work needs to get done. And that's why we are here this evening. So I appreciate it. I just want to start with where we started in this campaign, Dr. Goss, if I can, and everybody watching. We started as a long shot in the eyes of a lot of people. And just like the video said, we started that place, but then we got to work. We got to work talking to folks on doorsteps and in living rooms. We got to work talking about issues like homelessness and student outcomes and economic opportunity and public safety. We got to talking about the things that we have to do to set Tulsa apart all across this community. And we did away with the idea that it's a zero-sum game, that because things are good in North Tulsa, they have to be bad in South Tulsa, or because they're good in East Tulsa, it means they have to be bad in West Tulsa, or because your skin color might look a certain way, it means that you have to have a certain perspective. We're doing away with all that. And what we're bringing in is this idea of unity and together and being able to knock down these challenges. And so over the last 15 months, because we talked about issues and we weren't trying to do horse trading to give this person a little bit of something so they can support us, give this person a little bit of something so he can support us, we know that the only way to build a community is that we do it together, and we do it a high degree of integrity. We do it with a high degree of accountability, and that's what this campaign has been all about. So what have we done in those 15 months? We have convinced folks in South Tulsa that we can end homelessness. We have convinced folks in East Tulsa that we can improve education. We've convinced folks in West Tulsa that we can make this a safe city, and we've convinced folks in our community that we can actually level the economic playing field. And so we have made this about the entire city and things that have to happen everywhere, so we can celebrate not just wins here and there, but we can celebrate being a city that's finally on the move. What we are doing away with is the old way. What we're bringing in is new voices, new attitude, new energy, and new opportunity to make sure that Tulsa is the best city in this entire country for everybody that's here. You know, every time somebody asks me a question, what's so special about Tulsa? I always remind them that we have always been a community and we've always been a city that's been about progress. Now, there's sometimes that progress has been stagnated just a little bit, but we are home to the greatest innovators in the world, whether that be oil capital of the world or that be the legacy of the Greenwood District. We are a place where cultures collide because we are the largest city in the country that's all Indian reservation. And we have a number of first-generation Americans making their contribution right here. That means that while we have all that rich culture, we certainly do have some challenges, right? We got every American challenge shows up here, but we will meet those with courage. We will meet those with a high degree of accountability. We will meet them with a high degree of unity. There's not sunny skies every day, always ahead, just like tonight. But in the rain and in the storm and in the trouble and trying to get past some of these stubborn challenges, we will meet them. We will meet them because we know that as a community, there is nothing that we cannot do. And so I just leave you with this. We, just since Friday, almost 7,000 doors have been hit to help get us across the finish line. This campaign has been powered on people. This campaign has been powered on a commitment to the future. This campaign, although there'll be 2 names on the ballot for mayor, this campaign is not just about Monroe Nichols and Karen Keith. This campaign is about Tulsa and who's going to be the very best person to move us forward. The last 15 months, what I told somebody in the very beginning, I said, if we can get people to go to vote based on who's going to move Tulsa forward, that's what we want. That's what we want. If we make this campaign more than just about who has the most money and who has the highest name ID, but if we make it about the future, we will win. And so what have we done? We've taken that message about the future of those doorsteps. The rain has not stopped us. The thunder has not stopped us. The lightning has not stopped us. But what has fueled all of this is a fire and a passion for what this community can be. And while I would love to say that I individually am so special, and that's the reason why, the reality is it ain't just one person. It's not just one person. It is a vision. It is plans. It's all those kind of things. I've been really proud to work as hard as I possibly can, but everybody made this campaign about them and why it was important to them. And then what happens on the doorsteps when your fellow Tulsans see the passion that the people have when they're knocking on doors? Guess what happens? People say, let me take a closer look at this. Let me engage on this. The meet and greets that we had at the beginning of the campaign were, 5, 10 people. Now they're 30, 40, 50 people, because Tulsans are excited about a message of unity, a message of accountability, and frankly, getting us to a place where the challenges we have today are not the challenges we're going to leave for the next generation of Tulsans. And so I just got to say thank you, but also got a few asks. We got a few hours left. We got a couple of days left, and until 7 o'clock on Tuesday, our work in this phase is not done. So if you got folks that you need to get to, we got an opportunity to make calls through phone banking. We got a last minute blitzing to get on doors to do lit drops. We got a lit drop opportunity tomorrow, as you can see. You got conversations that you need to have with your family and your friends, and maybe that last conversation that you might have at work, because this is the most important election this year if you're a Tulsan. I know that there are folks who are going to be turning out to vote for Kamala or for Donald. But the reality is, if you're in Tulsa, whoever wins that presidential race, neither one of them going to land Air Force One at Tulsa International and come here and solve homelessness. They're going to come down here on November 6th and improve student outcomes or make sure this is a safe city. The vote for mayor is going to be the most critical vote we all cast on Tuesday. And we have to make sure that our friends and neighbors understand what's at stake. And so I'm asking you to help us in these last waning moments of the campaign. This is a campaign that started 20 points down, and a campaign now that's primed to make history. And it's something that we are going to do together. I am absolutely filled with humility right now. Absolutely, because the folks who you heard before I talked, the people who are pillars of this community, who got on this stream yard, who participate in this rally because it means something to them. It means something to me. It means something to all of you I know who are here tonight. But it's time to make sure that we take all that energy and we go win this election. And my promise is, and my commitment is, there will never be a day that goes by that you'll ever regret the work that you did to help us get over the top, because that's when the real work starts. Winning an election does not mean that all our problems are solved, but it gives us a great gift. The greatest gift in society is to have the opportunity to change the face of a community. And so I'm asking you to go down and let's finish this journey together. Like I said, we got more doors to knock. We got more phone calls to make. We got more people we got to reach out to. And if we do it, I promise you I will deliver. What does delivering look like? It means ending homelessness by 2030, Reverend Goss. It means improving student outcomes. It means expanding economic opportunity and making sure this is the safest big city in the country. And more importantly, make sure that we are transferring the power that exists in this community to the people who live in neighborhoods all across Tulsa. So thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's support to this point. Let's go finish. Let's go make history. Just a little bit more work to be done, and then all the real work really starts. Thank you, Reverend Goss. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm just so excited. Thank you so much. Very well articulated, very well intellectually laid out. I can't get no plainer. You are the person for this job. I am so excited and so hyped about this. Monroe, thank you so very much. Listen, I want to say this to everyone out here. There's still work to be done. Let us not sit down and relax and put our feet up. The job is not done. We got 48 more hours to get out there. I do want to say this, a person who's not spoken, but a person who is in the background working as hard as you can ever imagine, Dr. Tiffany Crutcher and the Terrence Crutcher Foundation and her staff. Those young people have been out here beating the streets of Tulsa like their lives depend upon it, because they really do. Rain, snow, sleet, hail, it does not matter. They are knocking on doors. They're getting the message out. They're talking and engaging people, and we need all of you to be engaged. Let me talk to my brothers, my fellow pastors, and my sisters, my fellow leaders and pastors, that the church is relevant and that we have to be vocal. We have to be involved. Do not let people scare you with the church. Don't need to be involved in politics. Let me tell you, every great change that has ever happened to a people, it came through the conduit of the Black church. Our civil rights would not have been achieved if it was not for the institution and the involvement and inclusion of the Black church. So please, beloved, get involved, get your churches involved. Morning Star Baptist Church in North Tulsa has partnered with the Links Incorporated. We're providing rides, souls to the polls from 9 to 12 o'clock. If you know anyone that need a ride, tell them to call us at the Morning Star Baptist Church from 9 to 12 o'clock. We will get them there. And if anyone have any questions about anything, there are so many outlets and people that you can call. Contact the Terrence Crutcher Foundation. They will lead and guide you wherever you have to go. Now I'm going to turn it over for our final remarks from an individual who has some shots fired because they said in the chat that they're going to pray for Dallas Cowboy fans. But I'm going to overlook that because this is a love fest this time. And I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Eric Gill that he may come at this time, give us our closing remarks and our call to action and our prayer. It's on your hands, brother.
Man, I appreciate you. Thank you. I know that all Cowboys fans are hopefully not mourning as if they do not have hope. There is no one or fan base that I've met that is more oblivious to the reality of things as Cowboys fans are. But needless to say, I'm grateful to be with you all on today. It is my charge to lift us in prayer. And so I ask that you would assume your preferred posture of prayer at this time. Gracious and loving God, we gather here today with grateful hearts, united in our hope and our faith for a better future for the city of Tulsa. As we prepare for this election, we hold close the needs of all people, especially those who are marginalized, those who are struggling, and those who are often unheard. Bless and pour a double portion of energy and resilience into all those who have offered their time, energy, and talent to shape our city's future and guide Monroe Nichols and his team towards a vision of leadership that prioritizes compassion, fairness, and dignity for every person. Inspire us to work together for a city where every voice is valued and where everyone has access to opportunity, safety, and hope. May representation be made manifest of all those who have come before us, all of our ancestors, those on whose shoulders we stand. Help us to honor them by being the instruments of justice and the bearers of love. In your holy name, we do pray. Amen.
Amen.
Now,
Amen.
it has always been taught to me that faith without works is dead. And my mama said that sometimes you have to put legs on your prayers. And so not only are we a praying people, but we are a protesting and a working people. And so my call to you all is a call to action, a call to get out and do the work. We got 48 hours left to get this thing done. And I believe that God is in all the work that we have to do. So this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to monroeformayor.com and click and volunteer your time, your talent, and your energy. You can phone bake. You can go out and knock doors. We still have time. There's still work to do. If you haven't done so, most importantly, please get out on Tuesday and vote. And bring somebody with you. Don't go by yourself. Make a plan for you, your friends, family, Pookie, Ray, Shaquan, and them to get out and vote. We need you, and we are grateful for all the things that Monroe is already going to do for our city. Thank you, Monroe Nichols.
Dr. Gill, I want to say a special thanks to my great friend, Brother Nehemiah Frank in the Black Wall Street Times for working so diligently to make this dream possible. Thank you so much, Brother Nehemiah. We love you. We appreciate it. We're so proud of you and the work that's being done. Let's get out here and get our next mayor. Thank you all so much.
Vote for Monroe.
I want to start by saying first, thank you. Thank you so very much. It was clear to most people who were watching that, why even run? Why run? It's already been decided who's going to win. Why spend time going to people's doorsteps? Why spend time doing any of this stuff? Because it's already guaranteed.
I'm very proud of the organization.
kept plugging away. And so I am proud to have been a candidate that kind of casts a vision for the future.
We talked about accountability, making sure that City Hall works for everybody across this community, particularly those who have oftentimes been left behind.
Never forget, not only do we have the best campaign, not only do I believe that I'm the best candidate, but we collectively are trying to do something that has never been done before. And so I hope that you're as energized as I am. I hope that you're as proud as I am. What do we know about November? November is all about making history. Yeah. All right? Thank you so much.